excited about the year. I mean, it's no one believes that it's baseball, softball season when pitchers and catchers haven't reported yet, and we're playing games. But we have high hopes. You know, we've been in the NCAA tournament. 6 of the last full 8 years. You lost a couple years with COVID, but I'm really happy with where the program's at. But at the same time, we want to make big jumps. We didn't finish as high as we wanted in the Big Ten, and I think everyone's got their eyes set on that. So looking to kind of build on. We've always been this great late in the year, postseason, make a run late kind of team, but I'd love to see us make a run the whole season. So,
questions for Coach Healy?
Coach, obviously, you don't really know a lot about your team, but what are you hoping to find out during your time down in Mexico?
Well, we've got Kayla Conwent back, which is exciting. Whenever you have a player that's been a first-team All-American or Big Ten Player of the Year, that's a big deal. But we want to see how the synergy all works together. I think last year our power numbers were down, and everybody wants to see the ball fly. So when you've been indoors and you're practicing in McLean and people are hitting the ceiling, is it a fly ball or is it a home run? It's hard to say. But I think the team's kind of most excited to see the ball fly outdoors. We did get outside one day in January. We got there before the snow fell, thank goodness. But I think that's what everybody's really chomping at the bit for.
Coach, you have a decent number of newcomers and freshmen on the roster this season, but you also have returners in key spots, such as Maddie Schwartz and Kayla Conwent. Can you talk a little bit about how they're all meshing together in preparation for the season opener?
Yeah, the young guns are hungry. So kids like Ava Kuzak, one of our many players that we've been recruiting from that Colorado area. She's fun, she's dynamic, she's strong, and she's fitting right in with the power kids. We've got a transfer, Katie Keller, who's a local Chicago kid, and she is worth coming to watch. Lefty hitter, and she just bangs the ball, and her next to Kayla Conwent is really cool to see. And then Maddie Schwartz on the mound, she won a ton of Big Ten games last year. So when you get a walk-on that, her grandpa went to school here, we call him Varsity Grandpa, you get a walk-on that becomes a scholarship kid and then has the most Big Ten wins in a season in program history. I think everybody wants to see what she's going to do for an encore her 5th year.
Coach, I'm sure it's not upsetting. Okay, I think we're good now. Hello. I'm sure it's not upsetting when you have the all-time program home run leader coming back for another season. I know that Kayla said that during the summer she was hoping to come back. She was working through some stuff. That official conversation, though, between you and her, when did she first say she wanted to come back and use this extra season, and what was it like knowing that you got that official confirmation that she's able to come back?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, she made us sweat it out. We were sweating in Gainesville, Florida anyway, playing in regionals and make it into that championship game on Sunday. And she made us wait, and she wanted to make sure she had it right. But she wants to have a career in coaching, and so it's been like having a player coach on the bench. We talk through scenarios. We get to do all that. So when she told us over the summer that it was like landing the best recruit you've ever had again. So we're excited to see her back on the field wearing that W.
Going off of that, what does that mean not only to have her for another year, but for the younger girls now on this team to be able to learn from her and her years of experience?
Yeah, Kayla's just a leader. She leads in the classroom. She leads doing all the faith things that the team does, and then she leads on the field. And so the young players just love her. They can't believe that she's as good of a player as she is and that nice of a person. So you see players elevating. Ellie Hubbard, she's a local Chicago kid that is getting looks to play shortstop. So another one of our just walk-ons that has become a scholarship kid and looking for her to lock down that shortstop job. And what a cool thing for her to hit near Kayla Conwent and watch her just mentor her.
Coach, these games in Puerto Vallarta, can you talk us through how these came about? Is it a tournament? Or is it an invitational? Who's hosting? Like, how does this trip come together?
Yeah, it's an invitational, and we're excited to get invited. I mean, we've had some good success in some invitationals before, with Clearwater last year getting big wins over Clemson and getting some ranked wins there. So we got invited. We'll see Oregon. We'll see BYU. I mean, there's just great teams that we know. Ole Miss, everybody knows they've got great baseball and softball out there. And so right out of the gate to see some ranked teams in a really cool place we've never been as a program. So we're looking to do things we've never done. Why not start in Mexico?
Any other questions for Coach Healy?
Coach, you brought in a two-time Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year in Peyton Monticelli. Can you speak a little bit how you see her working into the rotation with Maddie and Gabby and Tessa?
Sure. Peyton's a big girl. You know, she's one of those Wisconsin players that got hockey in her veins from her family in Cedarburg, and she chucks it. So if you want to come out and watch someone just throw hard, anybody, you're not going to want to take BP off her because she throws it hard, and you know it's you don't always know where it's going to land. And so having a real power kid like that, mixing up with Maddie Schwartz who can spin it and change speeds, we're looking forward to it, and it's fun to have someone in state. You know, when you get a player of the year from your state and you can lock them down and keep them home, you know, there'll be a growing curve for her, but we're excited for her.